video is about the WebDriver browser commands. I'm going to use the Chrome driver. So if you need more details about the Chrome driver, go to my previous video, which is Selenium Web Browser 3.4.0 on Google Chrome with Java. So to start, I already prepared 2 lines of code. I set my system property, webdriver.chrome.driver, and I give it the Chrome driver path.exe path in my computer. And now I created an instance of my WebDriver, which is driver. Alright, so let's start with our WebDriver commands. First one is going to be the get command. Driver dot, and here are the commands that we are going to use. So let's start with get command. As you can see, it accepts a string as an argument and returns nothing, avoid the void type. Alright, so this method loads a new web page in the current browser. Alright, so we are going to give it a web browser address. Right? I already created a string variable with address, and I gave it a web browser address. So I'm going to use this variable. Alright? Now let's try the get title command. So again, driver dot get title command. It accepts a void argument and returns a string. Right. So I created a string which is going to contain this variable, web page title. So this method returns the title of the current page as the name of the method. Alright, so now let's try the get current URL command. So again, driver dot get current URL. This method returns the current URL address which is opened in the browser. So it returns a string and accepts again a void type. So I created a string variable which is the current web page URL. So, right. So now let's test the get page source command. Okay. So driver dot get page source URL. It accepts as argument a void type and returns a string. So I already created a variable which is string web page source code. I'm going to copy it here. So web page source code string variable is going to contain the page source code. Alright. Now let's see the close command. Alright. So it's going to be driver dot close. Okay. So this method closes only the current window that the web driver is currently working on. Okay. And the final command is going to be driver dot quit. So this method closes all windows opened by the web driver. So if we compare those two commands, that close is going to close only the command that the web driver is working on, and quit is going to close all the web pages opened by the web driver. So those are the web browser commands. So now let's do some practice. So I'm going to provide you with a scenario that we are going to execute together. So this case is, first of all, we are going to launch a new Chrome browser with the address that I'm going to provide you. You are going to find this address in the description below. Then we are going to get the page title and name title and do, we are going to display them in the Eclipse console. Then we are going to get the URL and verify if it is a correct page to open it, and display those information in the console. Finally, I'm going to print the page length on Eclipse console. And finally, we are going to close the browser. So let's start coding. First of all, we're going to launch a new Chrome browser. So to do that, we are going to use our method driver.get. So driver.get, and we are going to provide it with a variable which is containing the web address. So I already created it. All right. And I can do this two steps together. 1 and 2. Launch the new Chrome browser and open this address. Now let's get the title name and the title length. Alright, so driver.get title. Okay, this is going to return a string. I already created a variable for that, web page title. Alright, and the title length. So title length, it's going to be an integer. So it contains the web page title dot length method. Now, as the scenario demands, we are going to print the title and the title length in the Eclipse console. I'm going to use the system.out println. I'm going to give it the web page title, and I'm going to write simple text to make it clear. So this page title is okay, and I'm going to display the length too, right? So the page title length is equal, and I'm going to give it my variable of page title length. Okay, this is the fourth step. Okay, now let's do the step number 5. So it's going to be get the page URL and verify if it is a correct page opened. So let's start by taking our the page URL. Again, driver.get current URL. It's going to return a string. I give it a name web page URL. Okay, so now let's verify if it is correct or no. Oh, sorry, I just a bad web page URL. So I'm going to use the if statement. So if web page URL, which is this variable, that's equal to the web address, okay, this one, because it has to return this address. So I'm going to print text saying like this, but the URL is correct. Oops. All right. So else, I'm going to print. So else, if they are not equal, test is failed and the URL is incorrect. All right. So now let's do our step number 6, get the page source and page source length. So for that, driver dot get page source, and again it's a string, so I already prepared a variable for that, the page source code. And we need to get the length of the source code of this page. Okay, this is an integer variable. It's going to be web page source code, and I'm going to use the methods length. Right. Now the step number 7 is going to print the page length. So I'm going to only simply print the length of the page. So system.println. I'm going to provide text to make it clear. Page length is okay. So finally, I'm going to close my browser. All right. So driver dot close. Okay. So simply, I'm going to save and run my code. Right click on the cursor and run as a Java application. So the script is starting to execute. So this is my web browser. Open it. This is my URL web address here. I open this page. I'm going to execute the steps in my scenario. Those steps will be executed once the page is loaded. As you can see, the page was loaded, the steps, they were executed, then finally the page was closed. Okay, so here the page title length is 17. Test passed, yes, they are equal, and the page length is like it's a big number, it's the number of characters in our source code. So those are the web browser commands. My next video is going to be on the navigation commands. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and to share this video.